Alright. Welcome back mga kapatid, mga ka-StarCraft, mga fellow StarCraft enthusiasts, all Pinoys all over the world who enjoy StarCraft, and especially mga tropa dyan, mga Pinoy communities ng StarCraft. Welcome back to another game, another cast. And yeah, this is a game between erw and Pablito. So on this side of the map, this lower right side of the map, we have our magenta Protoss player, Pablito 6292. Pero Pablito lang talaga yung registered name niya. And on the other side, the other corner, lower left side of the map, we have our light blue Terran player, erw23432. Ayan, so both players are really promising. Honestly, based on mga recent games, after getting some feedback from players, we can say na this game is kind of favored by Pablito. At least that's how the players feel. So, regarding Pablito, talagang mataas yung tingin nila kay Pablito. So this is going to be challenging in erw's perspective at the very least. But yeah, pero si erw naman, really promising Terran player. In fact, siya yung one of the first few Terrans. Actually, Protoss siya nung nakalaro ko siya. And tuwing mag-obs ako sa games niya, usually he plays Terran against our Protoss friends dito sa Pinas. And sabi nga ng mga ibang rank B Terrans, malakas yung macro niya, especially in PvP. But let's see how he performs in this game against one of the best Protoss players sa Pinas right now. So yeah, okay. So nothing too extraordinary. Mukhang this is looking like 23 next. But malaman natin very soon if we get to 23 next, or potentially earlier or even later. Meanwhile, erw, hindi pa tayo sure if magpa-factory expand siya or going for 2-fac or fast star port. So ang clue dyan actually, especially if you're Protoss, pag na-scout mo and nagkataon na walang blockage dito and you see na isa lang yung SCV sa gas, normally that translates to factory expand, and it's like what we're seeing right now. Look, a single SCV mining gas, and after this factory is built and mag-start din ng Vulture and around 24 supply, mag-start ng command center. That's the normal factory expand timing or build order. Meanwhile, sa side ni Pablito, yeah, this is looking like 21 next. I'd rather 23 next with range. As you can see, nag-queue up siya ng 2 Dragoons plus 21 supply. Paglabas ito, magiging 23. So that, from there, na-stop siya ng pro production to build at Nexus. Okay, now binalik na ni erw. More SCV sa gas. Okay. Machine shop is being added. Port Marine. Interesting. Okay, so for some reason nag-add ng Fort Marine si erw, and finally we have here si Pablito with that Nexus. Now this Dragoon will try to chase down this SCV, but if pumasok ang SCV, definitely this will just die. So hindi niya nakita yung Nexus here, hindi umabot vision ng SCV. Oops. So yeah, medyo clueless, slightly lang. Okay, and then this command center, I know, parang it's later than usual. So inuna ni erw mag siege tank before planting that command center. Okay, and now Pablito goes in for a probe scout, and that probe gets taken down, pero kita niya na may tank na and may 4 na marines erw, so maybe Pablito. Okay, ang response ni Pablito would try to go for an assault. Nakita niya walang bunker. And siguro nakita niya yung timing sa tank, kaya alam niya na walang mines. Okay, this barracks is doing a good job of acting as a tripwire para hindi agad basta-basta makapasok yung Protoss army, and this is going to also soak up damage while giving vision for siege tanks. Ayan. Sumabog sa muna. Hello, nag-siege. Ayan na. Okay. Pablito going to damage that racks. Hindi ko na, ayan, okay. Ayan, ganyan pa lang research ng siege mode, si erw. Okay, so honestly, no, I don't know bakit nag-iba ng build order si erw. Normally, kasi with factory expand, you start off with single vulture, get it out in the map, then research mines after machine shop. Pero nag-deviate siya from that norm. Instead, inuna niya mag-tanks. Hindi naman yun eh. Pero ginagawa ng iba is double machine shop agad, get to 5 tanks or even 3 tanks before making vultures, research mines, and feed. They go for that. So may mga ganun. So kay erw, pinili niya mag-siege tank, no vultures as an opener, and then researching siege as first research. And yeah, now we have the siege mode ready. Kay Pablito naman, walang extraordinary, just being very standard. Yeah, 3 gates, observer, no robo. But one thing though, wala pa siyang third nexus and it's almost 7 minutes. Okay. So, if balak mag-expand ni Pablito right now, it's going to be a late third nexus, normally around 6 minutes to 6 minutes 30 seconds. Doon mo mapaplant ang third nexus mo. And this observer gets taken down by this one good place turret ni erw. Okay, Armory Academy pala. Academy being built by erw. So far, both players just being passive right now, macroing up, and looks like this probe will be building the Nexus. Another observer gets taken down. There goes that very late third next. But it's not the end of the world. Siguro ang naisip ni Pablito, hindi ko na napansin yung timing ng 3 gates niya. Kasi naisip siya na mag-2-fac or some kind of push ang gagawin ni erw. Kaya nag-produce siya ng gates muna, sacrificing the third nexus timing. Maybe that's what happened. And now erw is adding 2 more factories with, okay, 3 factories pala. 4, okay. 6 factory, timing push. Yung balak gawin ni erw. I think, as of now, ganun ang translation. Okay, now, with that gives us, okay. And mag-arbiter na. Checking up the arbiter. Nandito si Pablito. Only 2 ways na erw can go about this. Either tirahin niya bago lumabas yung arbiter, or just expand and defend, play defensively, get those upgrades. And parang wala pang narinig na scan kanina, o hindi ko na napansin. Anyway, okay. So now, arbiter is being built by Pablito. Okay, so erw just planting some mines. And a scan has been used. Let's see. May scans and sees arbiter tech. Ang inunang i-research ni Pablito is the safer, no, the stasis first. Ibang Protoss kasi they go for energy first, then recall second, stasis last. May mga ganun. So depende sa playstyle mo and situation, of course. Normally ganun. But Pablito wants to play it safe. He wants utility, more utility sa arbiter. So stasis ang kanyang inuna. And this observer is going to be positioned here sa potential fourth base ni erw para ma-monitor rin ni Pablito if it's going to expand or do a bust or kung anong discard yung pwede niya maisip. Now looks like erw wants to take this mineral only base. So forward na niya kanyang mga siege traps, and these siege traps will just blow up that one dragoon. Slowly moving forward si erw. May konting segue ng single vulture there, pero I believe it got nothing done. Yeah, once this arbiter is out, it's going to be a little tricky to push into. Yan na, erw going for the push. Kaso sakto palabas na yung arbiter, so wala pa namang stasis. But the fact na invisible yung army ni Pablito, plus wala pa siyang anti-air, that's going to be a little bit tricky to deal with. Yan na, you can hear the arbiter, may Zelflex speed na. Now, there goes the assault by erw. Wala pa yung energy, arbiter up. Actually unsiege ni erw. Saving one tank from being smashed by siege, and yan na. Dito diving in with invisible units with arbiter. Out of position ang vultures, tanks ang naiwan. Naku po. Bakit iniwan ni erw ang kanyang army? Kanyang tanks na naked. Okay, now, okay, medyo naisalba pa ni erw. Okay, good engagement so far. I mean, not very perfect though. I mean, wala namang perfect, pero it did go as bad as what we're expecting here. Pero yan, Pablito just trying to hold, no? Minimake sure niya na hindi umabot sa base, and stasis is about cast. Meron na siyang 100 energy. Oh, wow, what a powerful mind grab na ginawa ng Celtic there. Feeling 4 times yata yun. And this entire army in erw will just get deleted right here. This is already looking bad for erw. Wala pang troops si erw, hindi siya nag-build, and hindi rin siya nag-build ng third command center while doing that push. Look at that. Ahead si Pablito. It was kinda like an all-in, two-base all-in kind of play. erw only 42 workers versus 58 workers, so that's a 16 worker advantage for Pablito. Now, nag-add pa ng additional arbiters dito si Pablito, and still did not use that stasis na pwedeng gamitin sana dito. He's reserving it for the later or even bigger clashes. And fourth base being taken by Pablito, 6 o'clock location. Normally, you would want to expand away from the Terran, pero Pablito is feeling confident na this base would be dependent or hindi ma-discover Terran, but there it is, vultures just discovered at 6 o'clock base. But Pablito can just defend easily. Set up na rin ang pylon wall. Oh, yeah, yung actually yung Terran, no, napasugod. Yung gusto nilang sakupin na base. Okay, when you're gonna siege up here, you could also defend this kinda as you move towards Protoss base or the Protoss army. Normally, you would want to expand where you're attacking para yung siege line mo and your mines can do two things at the same time. Kumbaga, 2 birds, 1 stone. Defending your expansion, same time you're already zoning out yung enemy Protoss. But in this case, inunahan siya ni Pablito. Right now, we're seeing still 6 factory from the side of erw. Still no command center? Oh, ba to? Okay, meron pala. Third command center, it's going to be placed here in this mineral only location, but still yung worker count in erw for 3 base does not look good. But he does have a vessel out. Di ko na napansin. Okay, meron palang EMP being researched as of now. Yeah, so both players just macroing up. ERW is still currently on +1. Now there goes. Ready na lang attack dito si Pablito. Napakadaming zealots. I think these are 2 groups of zealots, 2 arbiters currently, and 1 group of Dragoons. Actually, 3rd group is here. Up and now Pablito pulls the trigger and is going to dive in the 3rd base, ERW. Okay, looks like madedefend naman yata to ni ERW. He has enough vultures to hold. And di naman masyadong maraming dragoons ang present. And ERW holds. Yeah, so good hold by ERW. Actually, dapat mag-take na ng 4th base. ERW as well, look at that, no? With that happening, with that action happening, he's actually trying to hit his 6 o'clock location. Pero naka-ready na sa Pablito. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to push it to, but at the same time, no, as Protoss, it's also harder to defend. I think sinasabi natin, ito yung reason why normally you would want to expand away from the Terran. Kasi Terrans can do exactly this kasi they can also defend while attacking at the same time. And normally, no, I prefer sana kung ginawa ni Pablito, expand siya sa 3 o'clock location instead, but look at that stasis. I think 3 tabs, that was a really good stasis in my opinion. Zealots are trying to defend. So may vessel na naka-ready, so these zealots are just going to evaporate. More zealots are being rallied here. This push, and once the vultures get taken down, these stacks after unfreeze from stasis will just die to this 1 group of zealots plus a few dragoons waiting, ambush and go for the kill. A group of vultures try to run by, try to sneak and maybe do some damage, pero yeah, wala siyang maabot on just a bunch of cannons being built. And yeah, looks like ERW is looking to build this 4th base. Prepare na siya ng depot wall. And the 4th command center is being floated. But walang turret sa inyo si ERW in his 3rd base, so these observers just have free roam right now. Wala rin siyang anti-air. So maybe adding a single or 2 turrets here won't hurt para lang ma-zone out ang mga observers. But Pablito, no, also manages to hold 6 o'clock base. That's not looking good for ERW. Pero he did kind of sever yung army. Nabawasan niya yung army units Pablito, so that's kind of okay. Both of them almost at equal supply. Actually, this is still winnable by ERW. Magkakatalo lang dito who makes the first mistake. Potentially also, Pablito could do a recall based on ERW, or maybe just hold and keep on expanding. So finally, may anti-air na. Single Goliath, okay, 2 Goliaths. Almost equal supply. Let's check the upgrades ng both players. So currently +2. Pablito, and wait, there's a recall. Yan ang sinasabi ko. A recall happened. Going to kill Kumpo na armory bago matapos ang +2. Sayang, naabutan ni Pablito rin. Sakto yung timing before matapos +2 ni ERW. That's a really huge damage already by ERW. Now ERW is forced to retreat with a few units, defend his base against this small group recall na ginawa ni Pablito. Okay, so now clear naman ERW, and yeah, almost similar workers, 6 worker advantage si Pablito. This is still some damage dealt by ERW, and still, okay, ang kulang ni ERW dito is konti lang ang kanyang factory count. 1, 2, 3, still 6 factories. He has to have mga 8 to 10 factories dapat na by now para maka-keep up siya with the production ng Protoss. And now, Pablito is going to take that 6th base on the upper right side of the map. Ano magawa si ERW dito? But now, ERW decides to pull the trigger and going tries to go for the attack. And good MP hitting 2 arbiters, so automatically 2 arbiters are hindi na max stages. Kaso look at this, this is, look at that, this is lots of tanks. This is very bad. W flash ito, not enough tanks to deal damage. But that, nasa ng army ERW, alam army. And GG has been called. Oh yeah, that was a very powerful stasis. I believe no, even talaga yung even so far mukha namang even yung game. Kaya lang yung two things na napansin ko na naging ahead si Pablito was one, this recall over here, just severing or damaging yung yung laro ni ERW a bit. Second is this game winning stasis, this Gosu stasis. Sabi nga ni Atifus, tawag niya mga ganitong stasis na Gosu stasis. So yeah, that's game number 1, 1-0 in favor of Pablito. Alright, what is up once again? Finally, we're here at game number 2 between ERW and Pablito. Currently, the score is 1-0 in favor of Pablito. Let's see now if ERW can win this, magiging 1-1, or could it be a 2-0 and yun, mananalo si Pablito. Let's see. So we're here in the map Attitude. I believe this is a Terran favored map, parang similar sa Polypoid sa layout. Meron ding third base na mineral only, but hindi siya high ground. So yun, I haven't seen the reviews about this map, pero I believe this is a Terran favored map. Yeah. So anyway, on the lower right side of the map, dito si Pablito, and on the lower left, ERW. So let's see kung paano mabawi si ERW sa game na to. And with this depot location, mukhang balak mag-gasless ERW. So Pablito with the gateway scout. Unfortunately, he's going to be scouting in the wrong direction, going to the upper right side of the map. But maybe mag-end scout ka. If mag-box scout, well, hindi malas. Last scout niya si ERW. But naman, kung anong malas ni Pablito, yun ang swerte ni ERW in that first scout ng kanyang SCV. Yeah, this is definitely looking like a gasless expand. As you can see, no refinery is being built as of now. So once this barracks completes, you'll see immediately a marine and a command center, or command center first before marine. But of course, decisions to ERW will depend sa kanyang na-scout ng kanyang SCV. So yeah, walang zealot in production ay Pablito. It's like very standard lang ang gagawin ni Pablito. Mukhang 23 Nexus ulit. And of course, ito na Pablito, just seeing the timing of this command center. Ayun, let's see how Pablito would react to this cashless expand na ginawa ni ERW. Is ERW going for a block? Okay, akala ko mag-engineering bay block. Some Terrans do that, no? Na ahead na nga sila sa expo, and then engineering bay para talagang hindi sila masabayan ng tanim ng Nexus ng kanilang opponent. But looks like yun ang gagawin ni Pablito. Look at that, minerals saved. So mukhang 21 next. That is a 21 next by Pablito. The reason na he's responding this way is because nakita niya yung gases expand. Potentially, Pablito could go into a 2-gate river, or just, the usual observer first, or later river, depende. Pero normally, ang ginagawa ng ibang Protoss, yung mga higher level Protoss, they go for the 2-gate river to punish gasless expand. Kasi napaka powerful ng gases expand if uncontested. Okay, so now we have this robotics facility being built. Plus, okay, one Dragoon here to potentially harass the bunker. Kasi nga alam niyang walang vulture anytime soon because gasless expand. He's now sending, he said rather one Dragoon, and maybe he's going to send more towards erw's base, but let's see kung anong balak ni Pablito. Okay, now erw is playing it safe after starting the factory, the engineering bay, because he could be expecting a river drop. Maybe yun ang naisip niya na baka bagsakan siya na river or GP. And Pablito decides just to, not to go river. Treacher lang observer. Okay. Sorry, napindot lang. Yung second gas, medyo, I think, parang mas mabilis siya than usual. Not sure, hindi ko talaga kabisado yung timing ng second gas, pero, I don't know, I'm possibly 2 base arbiter to. Look at that, Citadel, Forge, pero walang third. So ito talaga yung parang playstyle ni Pablito, ibang Protoss kasi yung usual nakikita ko is third Nexus first before Citadel and Forge. And minsan yung other Protoss din na I've been following, late sila mag second gas, and usually pag nagsa second gas sila agad, it normally translates to fast VT or arbiter. The siege mode is done for erw. And yan, third base has been taken by Pablito, just a little bit late, pero okay na rin naman yung timing, less before 7-minute mark. Okay, and that scouting SCV gets taken down, and kita naman niya yung third base. Observer finally making it across the map is going to try to sneak inside erw's base. Look at that, this area is uncovered by this third tier and makakalusot. Let's see yung vision ni Pablito. And now Pablito has intel kung ano ang ginagawa ng erw. Ito niya, 2 factories pa lang and building the armory pa lang. Sees the third factory as well. Let's see how Pablito would respond to that. Okay, ito na. Yeah, this is definitely arbiter. Yeah, so nag-cut ng SCV si erw, nasa 42 na lang. Pero kasi nag-attach siya ng comsat, so let's see if balak niya mag-all in 2 base o mag-add pa siya ng SCVs. So this is very very low SCV count. Looks like erw is already planning for an attack. Yan na. And there he goes, sieging up. There's that one Dragoon. And right now, wala tayong nakikitang command center being built. Pablito only has 6 dragoons as his army. Ngayon pala siya mag-build. Okay, nag-build na ng DT. There's erw going forward. 7 tanks, 3 vultures. Naka-Zeroflex na pala si si Pablito, and that 1-0 tags of mine and killing. Now 2 tanks have fallen. 3 tanks have fallen already from erw. Halos hindi pa nag-start yung clash. I think nawala na yung timing ni erw doon. I think erw should just retreat. In my opinion. Well, of course, syempre, tayo yung may vision dito, may bird's eye view. So, erw is definitely taking a gamble here. So there's a Dark Templar, yikes. And this Dark Templar will force scan. And that 1 DT just drags the mine into the tank. And another DT is out. Going to drag more mines into erw's tanks. Oh, hindi umabot. Boom. Grabe. These DTs, man. DTs are clearing the tanks, not with normal attack nila, but with sariling mines. erw. It was a really, really good defense na ginawa ni Pablito, and definitely that's very, very painful for erw. Using those tanks without even being able to fight. Parang ngayon, namatay na lang, wala pang chance makabarel. And a scan has been used, attacking the army, Pablito, and that arbiter is already out, making it even harder for erw combat. I think yung right move dito ni erw is just to stay home and expand, be defensive, kasi wala na yung timing to attack. More scans are being used, checking for any potential 4th base or 5th base. Yeah. I think erw should just take another base and play defensive, add more turrets, line up the area. Pero interesting, no? He chose to go north. Okay, gusto niya mag-expand dito sa 9 o'clock kasi gusto niya ng gas versus this one. Very reasonable. Pero yeah, this barracks will get taken down to stop the factory production. Rather yung pag-add ng factories ni erw. And Pablito is just trying to poke and prevent any third from coming up. Kasi nga, inassume siguro ni Pablito na mag-third si erw dito. But erw chose to expand in the 9 o'clock location. Now, Pablito's taking a 4th base here at the 3 o'clock location. Wounds target firing that 1 tank, and it got taken down. So itong thing na to, itong blockage ito actually is what makes it very powerful for Terran. Kasi if you see units here and may vision ka dito, you can shoot the dragoons hanging out on this side. And now the arbiter is brought to the combat. So roaming around ngayon si Pablito with this small group, while erw is roaming with vultures trying to get some damage done and seize this place. At 3 o'clock, wala pang laman na probes. So butin lang, hindi pa nag-transfer si Pablito. And erw would just try to kill the cannons while laying mines to delay or kill the reinforcements ni Pablito. It looks like, nabuhay pa isang cannon. So dahil na-lose yung mga vultures dun sa right side of the map, Pablito uses that opportunity to attack ERW's position. So yung mga ERW, yung si ERW na kulang dito lang. Ito, sa labas ng natural. And nag-GG agad. What? Is that really GG? Let's take a step back. Supply 141, 194, but worker count, okay pa 56. Hindi naman masyadong malaki yung army dito ni Pablito. Let's see again. Okay. Hindi napansin yung stasis. Ito yung stasis yung nagpa-GG kay ERW. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Bulog ako doon. Hindi nakita yung stasis right away. But yeah, that's 2-0 in favor of Pablito. So congratulations Pablito, and GG well played to ERW. Thank you everyone for watching. See you on the next video or live stream.